Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Kbreezy here, back with again another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all guys just some essential weapons that you're going to want to level up on Vanguard, getting ready for this new map that's going to drop. So you can just absolutely slay out the competition and whatnot. This list isn't going to be in any like exact order, like number 5 isn't necessarily the worst weapon. It's just the top 5 guns, more or less equally that you need to be ready because of that. But this list just comprises what's going to be the most likely weapons that you're going to see on the map once it drops, because just like what they did with Cold War weapons, once the Cold War integration came into place, initially we had like some Modern Warfare guns that were still viable, like the CR56 or the MP5 or things like that. But very quickly things became like essential. Like you had to use FFAR, you had to use the DMR, DMIs, those type of formats came into play not too long after the Cold War integration. But getting straight into the list, I'm going to go ahead and get on the more, obvious ones out of the way first. So for number 5, we got the STG. The STG, just like what they did with the M4A1 at the launch of Modern Warfare, they're shoving blueprints of the STG, just flooding the stream with them. Like, we're going to see the STG format take place, especially because this gun is very consistent, high damage at those longer ranges, similar to what we had with the Craig 6, C58, FAR, those type weapons. The STG is just going to absolutely dominate the long range game, I'm assuming, especially with the integration that's taking place. This weapon is also very early on, so the new players that are going to be getting into the game are going to be able to pick this up and be like, hey, I got this unlocked, and level it up, mostly quickly. And so because of it being, an early to unlock weapon, not hard to learn how to use, and very good all around, STG is going to be meta, or at least a meta contender for the ARs. Definitely going to be top 3 once it drops. I've already got an STG class set up on the channel if you want to go ahead and check it out. And as we go along, if I've got a video already out for these weapons, I'll be sure to link those down below or show a card up on the screen or something. And I think it's only like 1 or 2 I might not have a video for. But next up on the list is MP40. Same thing like what I've been saying with the STG. Very early gun that you can unlock, not hard to use, very good at all ranges, pretty decent ADS and whatnot. And just going to be very consistently used once this new map comes out, because the MP40 is just it's good at all ranges and excels not necessarily at anything, but because of the fact that it's viable everywhere, short range, long range, like anything that another SMG does, the MP40 can more or less do. And especially with those 64 round attachments, the MP40 feels fulfilling having those 64 round attachments. Now I say this, but I've only used it in multiplayer thus far, so I can't speak on how it's going to transfer over to Warzone. But MP40 you definitely want to have at the top of your list for guys who love looking Vanguard. So next up on the list past this, I've got the NZ41. The NZ41 is just very, very high damage, and the recoil is not bad initially, but very quickly it becomes hard to maintain after those first 5 to 10 shots, which I think is like directly in the weapon description. And I might not have the video out for it right now as I'm making this video. Like, I'm probably going to use some gameplay, but the NZ41 is definitely going to be a contender for the AR meta, because it's just an absolute powerhouse when it comes to damage over range. And if you learn how to control the recoil pattern, it's really not that bad overall. Like I said, and it's a bit unique in how the sight is. Like, it feels like I'm leaning forward while I'm trying to use this gun. Like, it's weird using the NZ41, but like once you get used to it, it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run. Next up past this, I've got the M129. Okay, I don't actually have it on screen, so I'm just going to show it. But basically the Tommy gun is what I'm referring to. 100 round mags on an SMG that has very high mobility, that is begging to be at the top of the meta. Now, I think this will put the Tommy gun at the highest ammo capacity for an SMG. Like, we've had like the 84 and 74 round mags for like the Bison, Bullfrog, or PPSH. Very, like, you can go through whole squads with those weapons in 100 rounds. And I want to say right now, like, I can't speak on the future, I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Right now the bar has the potential to be a very valid Warzone weapon, because the damage range, people say all the time, oh, this gun 2 taps, oh, this gun 1 taps. the bar really is out here two-tapping people. Like, that's not even an exaggeration. Like, the bar really is out here two-tapping people, and depending on the range and depending on where you're at and what they're at, it can one-shot kill in the head. Now that sounds crazy, but I promise you, all the marksman rifles, M1 Grand or whatever, if it's the same scenario that we had with the Cold War DMR and all, then it's basically just going to be a repeat of that meta. We're going to have a two-tap marksman rifle. Everybody's going to become a COD Pro player, Sweat World League Championship player for the next couple of weeks until they eventually turn into an absolute dookie. Hopefully the Grand and stuff and all the other marksman rifles aren't just absolutely broken at launch at least, and we have a chance to enjoy the map and everything that it offers. And another like honorable mention are all the sniper rifles. I mean, in multiplayer they're not competing with the car, they're not competing with SPR. I mean, to be honest, they're not even competing with like the AS50 or anything. Like, there's nothing they really offer in comparison to the current car, current Swiss, current SPR. Definitely have like, I mean, the Swiss and the car have the sniping game in a chokehold. Like, there's nothing that the current 3-line rifle car or whatever has over the car that we already have, unless, which is what I'm expecting, they're going to turn all the Modern Warfare and Cold War guns slowly into dookie, and now you're just left with Vanguard weapons. Like, that's all you got. Soon it's going to be like, oh man, you're still using the OST. Like, it's eventually going to get to that. But be sure to let me know down below what weapons you think need to be maxed out or going to be meta in Vanguard, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, I'm making this list about the day before, so I can't say for certain what is going to be the meta. This is just my thoughts on what we've already been using in multiplayer and just how it's been playing out so far. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, it's your boy KB signing off. Peace.